Hey guys, it's Tarquin coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft, and we're just running right back into the world, and we'll see how this is all going to work out. Alright, first things first, can I make a bow with what I've got here? Do I have a crafting table on me? Did I leave a crafting table directly near me? It's been just a second since I played, so I don't remember what I was doing. We're going to murk the chickens real quick for the crime of being around me. Okay, here's the crafting table. I thought I had one around. So can I make a bow? No, why not? What does it take to make one? I need one more string. So we're just gonna toss the spider eye and the flesh. We've got... Yeah, we'll try to get some more use out of the shield, but I will need to try to be safe with it eventually. But we're just going to strike out towards the ocean there, and of course the best way down an incline is on a bucket, but the second best way is on a boat, and then you can just jump right out, chop it up, and it's I don't want to say 100 times easier, it's probably 300 times easier, an actual number, than going down a boat normally. And then inexplicably, I go to first person to get into the boat where I'm about to go, into third person again for cinematic boat view. This song, I don't know how long it's going to be like this. It's not like bugging me, but I haven't heard it before. And if it goes on for too much longer without variations, then it's going to be too many minutes. Right now, it's been a couple, but it seems like it's building, and I want to give it a chance. It's got a nice tone. It's got that sort of like ethereal ambience that makes me think that it might be cool. It says that it is 18 minutes long, this song called Light Bright, so maybe this is the light, and it's going to get a little brighter. But what we're doing right here is just going along the side of the shoreline, and we're going to run up top of it afterward. We're just looking to see if we can get any iron here, because often you can see some, but we're striking out. Striking out very heavily there, so that's alright. I think you don't lose hunger when you're moving in a boat, so that'd be a good thing to keep in mind. If you were like food limited and in a sketchy situation, if you could just get to the water, you'd be able to... Oh no. Alright, combat? No combat. We're going to go this way to get out. As I was saying, you can really get into a messy situation not knowing what you're doing. I fell down again. By not looking, one can often become hurt. Really, I just wanted to look up here and see what's going on. It looks like that lava flow is burning a lot of stuff, and that fire will go in its own time. We're definitely getting more of a build out of the song. Now, okay, so Stony Shore, is that what it is? Yes, another Stony Shore. So, big open gravel spaces, which we expected, but there's gonna be exposed iron. There just is on the top. I'm not an expert. Maybe there doesn't have to be, but I've always seen it in the past, and it seems like a good place to look. It might just be no more likely than normal. It's just that it's a totally exposed surface of stone, and that might be why I think I'm supposed to be finding it, but we actually don't find a single bit of iron on this whole thing, which is a little disappointing, but whatever. It's not a terrible thing. We're going to chomp on a little bit of food and ride our boat over to the other side and check out that shore, and maybe we'll be able to get a little bit of iron there. And of course, you can look under the water line, although it's slightly more difficult to do so, and obviously a lot sketchier and more difficult to mine underwater. Even if you have a door, there are difficulties perceiving whenever you're underwater that could get you into trouble. There's going to be a chest over there somewhere, I bet, but we are coming on nighttime, so rather than worry about any of those other considerations, we're just going to throw a couple of torches down, and did I forget the bed? Nice. It's gonna be fine. Because even if you forget the bed like a chump, you can still build one quick enough. All you need is enough wool on you. I wasn't even worried. Not for a single moment. I love this song now. I'm glad I gave it a chance. It's very cool. Absolutely the sort of chill electronica that I've grown to listen to a lot. Although the bulk of my musical taste involves stuff that has words. In recent years, I've grown to appreciate more and more stuff like this, just sort of ambient soundscapes, you know, things that could have been the Lord of the Rings soundtrack or anything like that. But I think it's always good to keep your tastes broadening when you can. As I've mentioned, and as you can definitely tell if you've watched my videos, without me telling you, I tend toward obsession. But I'm sure I've said this before too, but it feels so good to find new things that like really click with you. And this sort of music where it just sort of, swells all around you is definitely the sort of thing that I've grown to love more and more. We're going to take out this spider real quick and be able to make a new bow, because the one that we're carrying is like a trash bow. It's not a very good bow at all. And by that I mean it's just not a very hardy one. But it looks like we're not going to get a string out of that spider at all, so pretty mediocre. Want to be careful not to hit the bee or the bee's nest, because they are, our friends. We're not here to mess with them, or even to get this. Although I think we are going to set up real quick, because we're going to want to smelt this iron that we've got going on here. And that means we might as well cook up this beef that we've been acquiring while we mine the iron, because it's probably just going to be a couple of pieces, and it is. But we're going to be able to toss it up there. That's going to get us to a greater number, and we're going to be able to keep on looking for. And that's what I thought was going to happen a few times, but we're going to have a big expanse here of exposed stone. So as soon as we get a couple more of our food setup taken care of, and I think 4 is not enough, is it? We will see. I absolutely don't need the ink sacks, and I don't need the wheat seeds. I don't even think I really need the flint and steel, although I know it's like a good item or whatever, because you can make fire with it. I've never needed to make fire that way. The doors I want, the nugget turns into iron, so I want. And that'll do there. We'll go ahead and make a bow. No, that's right, it didn't drop the string, so I can't make a bow. But we're just gonna wait here just for one more second for this one to finish up cooking the last steak, and then we're gonna keep on moving forward, looking for some more stuff, looking for just a little bit more iron to get armored up a little bit more. And I've been thinking too, I need to get an iron pick. Right, because I can't mine gold, and I don't think diamonds without it, so it would be pretty rough for me to be exploring in the deep reaches of the world, and then find resources that I couldn't even access because I forgot to make an iron pick. But here we go. We've got more iron. This is what I thought we were going to get when I was adventuring towards these Stony shores, so it's nice to see that my instincts are sort of working out a little bit, although clearly my mechanics are a problem. Okay, so you can get the boots for 4, but that's clearly not what we want. We're going to want the pants, because that gives another big boost. I think 6 is enough for pants, and you need like 8 for the chest piece, but we'll see. We'll just go ahead and cook that chicken while we're checking it out. I was wrong. It is 7 for pants. You have to make it shaped like pants. But I don't I don't see any more iron around immediately, although I sure hope I do. But we're going to just grab some pork chops while that other food finishes smelting. I guess these are the first pigs that I've slain. They won't be the last. Pigs are delectable. Everybody knows that about them. And someone said that the piglins get mad if you eat like pork chops in front of them, which is both like, you don't want to say it's funny. It's kind of funny, and it's also like terribly, tragically sad. It's like they just look over and they realize that what you're physically doing is eating the flesh of a creature that they perceive to be, you know, of the same stuff as they are, which is, I mean, that'd be rough, right? You'd probably get a little angry too. Of course, they have the exact same response into learning that you have, you know, any gold at all. So they're sort of like fantasy dwarves in that sense, where they get really mad if you wrong their kin, but also they get incredibly angry if you are richer than they are. And I was gonna make an iron pick, but I don't want to do it immediately because I'm more concerned with the armor, and I can just make the pick. Okay, never mind. I should be concerned with getting some torches made up. We're just going to do that. There's a scary sound. Ah, there we are. There's a zombie down there. Catching fire a little bit. We're not trying to mess with him at all. We're trying to run to this area on the wall where we see 4 exposed iron, which of course could lead to a trove of any amount. I don't know the maximum amount you can get. Loving this song though. This is still light and bright, so I'm glad I didn't give up on it. Even the little chipper beginnings led to this like marvelous wide open soundscape, and I'm really digging it. Very, very nice. But we are about to get into the dream, which is... Did I leave all of my charcoal somewhere? My coal? I must have left it in on the ground with a full inventory, which is super careless. No, I made torches out of all of it. I remember. I was just here. Now I didn't pick it up because I had a full inventory, but before it was for a different reason. Hilarious. But as those iron cook up, we're just going to crack a couple more coal ore. I feel like I am so much better at this game than I was 2 weeks ago. I mean, I think it's somewhat of the hardcore mentality, and just me taking it more seriously. Learning how monsters work, and I mean, obviously in hardcore, you're not going to live forever. So there's a sense of urgency in any playthrough where you're like, well, I should probably just like get some stuff working, and we'll see what goes on later. In my last world, I tried pretty hard to get like a village setup working that I could be proud of and that kind of thing. But I fear what it ended up doing is we're just going to toss that bow and that sword because they are old. And I guess that's the end of the song. Perhaps it doesn't know if I'm still listening. I'm still listening. Perhaps the internet went out. It's hard to say. Well, we'll go with the native game sound here for a second at least, and see what's going on. Nope. Well, the song didn't want to go any further than that. Perhaps 12 minutes was its limit. But here we have another song by the same group, Dead City in Time, and hopefully it'll promise to be pretty interesting like that last one was, and fun stuff. So what we're going to do is make iron leggings and make an iron pickaxe. And we're just going to straight toss the old pickaxe because, you know, we don't want to carry all of this dead weight like I've been doing. I need to be much more intentional about the junk that I'm carrying around until we find some place to put it. And right now I feel okay about it. We're just going to toss those things and keep on running. I probably picked up some of that junk again, but you know, you can't have everything. Not if you're me. We're going to go ahead and toss the pickaxe for a third time and just keep on searching for more iron as the music keeps on playing. Alright, so far over on that side, a couple iron on that wall, which is worth going to. I think we go over there and just build up and then jump down. Yeah, that's the move. And this way we'll also be able to camera around, just pan over to this side and see if there's any iron on this side of the shore as we circle around to get that exposed iron on the other side on the return. But it looks like the sun is going down again. Set up for the night. And this one's already good to go. We're just gonna seal in the top. And now we're totally safe and no one's gonna hurt us. So we're just gonna go ahead, drop a bed, and crash out for the night. Easy. You know, the music might have been like too loud the whole time. If it was, then you know, I'm sorry. I'm still learning, obviously. I thought that it was a little softer, but then it seemed to get much, much louder there for a bit. But we've got exposed iron on the other side, and we're going to go ahead and pick it up again. Breaking these torches, because we're never going to want to go back to this exact spot. And we've got just a little bit of inventory space, which is a lot better than we've ever done in the past. Gonna be able to pan out here and find not a lot of other iron, but we're at least gonna be able to get this. Just one piece. You know, you get what you pay for, and this iron was freely available, no risk at all. And this is probably gonna be like my MO as I start a typical hardcore world, at least with my current understanding, is you look for a stony shore or anywhere else that you see a lot of exposed surface area that's not like sketchy to go in. You forget your boat. Obviously, like the most important thing is that you have to forget a boat, because if you don't do that, then like what are you even playing for? But a few careful jumps later and your forgotten boat can be in your grasps. Were those fish angry? No, I think those are just colorful fish. Maybe they're poisonous. Maybe they are merely tropical. But in any case, we're not going to be tempting them today. Merely noting their rare beauty and passing forward into this area. Nope, I need to finish the delicious meal. And sword in hand, even though I keep on saying I'm going to use the axe. Move through. No exposed iron within, no exposed iron without. Some more animals that are sort of off of the beaten path. I left the boat behind again. And I anticipate some sort of baddie before too long in here. But we're not gonna get one. Empty space, empty space. I mean copper, but literally who cares? We'll just make our way back to the boat. I mean, name a more repetitive sentence than that. Please don't. You know, if I ever become popular, there's going to be someone out there who does like times I lost the boat counter, and it's going to be just like mortifying. Perhaps, I was about to say, perhaps if someone just makes fun of me, I'll change, but historically not like a probable route to getting that results. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to take the water up and then run down. I should have brought the boat to negate fall damage, but I'm not expecting too much of it at a time. Alright, we've got a little exposed cave here. Just going to plant a couple of torches, mainly to see if anything jumps out, and then also to protect any retreats that would be happening potentially. It's always nice to know that there's a safe cave system nearby that you can run to. Love this song. This is still torsion. I'm gonna have to hit the stars on these guys. It's so much more enjoyable for me to play with music. I hope it's enjoyable for you. I hope it's not too loud or too soft or too whatever. But I have been just really having a great time since I started using it. And these are other iron than the ones that I was looking for, I think. Because as I came up to the top, I realized I didn't remember where I was looking for anymore. But it looks like that doesn't matter because this is the mother lode. If the mother lode is 5 ore. But I think it is. I think that is as good as it gets, starring me. But was that what I came up here for, or is that merely like a bonus? Yeah, there it is. I knew that it seemed like I wouldn't have been able to see that one that I was grabbing from the water. So we're just going to sideways jump here. And make a little sideways incision into the land here. And this is just a friggin' ton of iron again, right? We have 13 iron now, so there you go. That's the iron that we needed. That's everything. It's all coming up Millhouse. Can we clear this? Yes. You know, that's a question I should have known an answer to before I tried it on hardcore, but you know, it's better to be brave than smart. And I know you're saying that you've heard sayings before, and that's not true. Well, you know, you didn't listen to me say them. That's what we're going with. But now, with all of our iron in hand, we're just going to, you know, I could have climbed up anywhere. I don't know why I went over this way. It's time to take a little adventure. So there's only a couple things I know about the game. One of them is that shipwrecks always contain a treasure map. And the other one is that treasure map leads you to a place where you can get incredibly upset. But if I knew 3 things, it would be that it's always worth it. Because that treasure can have all sorts of amazing stuff in it. It can even have iron, which I need less of at the moment than ever before, but still happy to get more of. Wow, yeah, just this Stony Shore is absolutely the right way for me to get iron in a safe way. It's probably not, you know, the fastest in the whole game, but being able to look all the way around and just see definitively that you're safe, that's what it's all about on hardcore. And real quick, we're just going to probably make another... Yeah, we're going to go ahead, put a crafting table down, make another furnace real quick. We may not take this one with us, but, you know, there's probably no point in not taking it along. And this is just so we can cook up all of our food at one time. And then I'm just going to mine a couple of coal and talk to myself while I cook. I think this is the smart thing to do. You know, this is the way to be. Do I have plenty of wood still? I have 27 planks, and I don't need, like, raw wood for anything. I have my bed on me and plenty of torches. And I don't really need to be mining more cobblestone. What am I going to build with all of my iron? That's what I need to be deciding on. Helmet, obviously. Now we are almost ironclad, and I think... Yep, there's 5, so we're going to be able to get our boots on as well. And now we are fully in iron. Goodbye, leather boots. We hardly knew you, we never liked you much. And now, things are gonna be different. We've also discovered, of course, with this third... Where is it at? The third iron, the bucket technology, the most important of all technologies. It is the buckets from which all blessings flow. You know, you don't want to go out without your trusty buckets, that's for sure. And now we're just going to crack them, get the experience out of the inside and all of the stuff in without having to do anything specific. We're going to run slightly further over here to do a tiny bit of inventory management. Definitely don't need the coal in the hotbar. Questioning if I need these cocoa beans on me at all, as well as the melon slices, but that's a lot of food, even if it's inefficient. So I could, you know, I could munch on that at a later time if it seemed like, you know, if I was just waiting for a little bit for the sun to go down, or if I was in a boat, anywhere where it didn't matter and I had plenty of time and just wanted to burn through some non-ideal foods, that would be a good thing to do with it. But I think we'll just go on a little pig cracking adventure now. Nothing like plenty of pork chops. There's some horses as well, but I don't eat horse. I don't actually know if the horses drop meat. That's a little grim. I mean, they're just imaginary horses, just like the sheep are imaginary. But you know, everyone has their cultural assumptions, and I really like Mongolian history, and have a great respect for, you know, their culture and that kind of thing. But horse meat just isn't my particular thing, and of course, as an American, that's pretty sensible. That, you know, it's just not food that we typically have, and I hope I didn't freak anybody out by talking about it for the amount that I have. But anyway, we're not going to kill the Minecraft horses to see if they taste good. Probably not ever would I try that out. I don't know. You know, everybody's got their hang-ups. But as the night falls, we're just gonna calmly make a little hut and go in, because now I'm much more like much more restrained in my nervousness as the sun goes down. I understand now that the game gives you a little bit of time before it gets really antsy, and we'll leave some of these torches around simply because I have enough on me. And of course I may well come back to this place sometime. How far out of spawn am I? Negative 1,000, positive 1,000. So, you know, we're striking out. We're going. Do I build a pillar here? I don't think so. I think we'll just go in a boat and then check out a little bit more of the shore in a different area. Because what do I make a pillar for, right? You make a pillar to look for a village or a shipwreck, but it would be better to search from out here anyway. And we could look for a little more iron, and there's going to be a whole lot more visibility that opens up as we're here. I could theoretically make like a gravel pillar. Of course you can make a pillar out of anything. Usually I do sand, because that way if you want to break the pillar very quickly, it's quite easy to. But of course it's unlikely that you'll build a pillar and be like, oh no, I'm so upset that that pillar's there now, this unsightly monstrosity, and now I have to live every day reminded that I once built a pillar. Why oh why did I not build it out of a more destructible resource? I mean, I'm sure someone's had that thought. But regardless, what I'm really most concerned of here is that I don't appear to have found any iron, which isn't great. So we're just going to look around for other things that are interesting. There's that structure, which will be one of those underwater things, but I didn't bring my boat. This is scientific. If you lean forward, you can notice more things on your computer screen. I think we'll just go to one of those barrier islands there, and yeah, because I would have come from that direction. So we're just going to keep on moving away from where we came from in search of adventure. And we can go out to that distant sand island there and build a pillar if we don't see anything interesting along the way. Is the sun about to set? No, it hasn't been that long. Is the sun about to set in real life? No, I don't think it's been that long either. So we're just going to go ahead and make our way to the boat and carry on across the water. Except that's not true. We wanted to go to the underwater structure here. Just want to look around. I thought it was a structure. Maybe this one isn't one. No, I think it's just a little boxy looking. Although I might be wrong and there might be stuff going on there. I hate to be too far from the boat, and yet for some reason I won't bring the boat directly over the things that I'm going to. Like, what's the plan there that if I need to escape, you know, I should just bring the boat with me rather than leaving it on the top of the water, but there are many things, many things that would be more efficient to do, but please do not hold your breath and turn blue waiting for me to become a better Minecraft player. You have so much more to live for. And I am unlikely to get too much smarter. Got a nice birch forest this way, which, again, if we don't find a village, there's nothing particularly drawing me there. What's that? That looks like a wisp of smoke. You may not be able to see it on your screens, but it certainly looks like a wisp of smoke to me. And this is not in the direction of spawn, so I believe I have seen the telltale signs of habitation, and I will be able to roll up there, stylish in my iron, and say hello, and then explore around a little bit, perhaps. This is a spruce forest without any really tall ones in it, it looks like. Or rather, if they're here, they're mostly not very tall. Is that another village over in the distance? It looks like yes. We've got a village on the mountaintop, but first I want to see what's going on with this smoke. Is it a village or perhaps a foe? A series of houses here. It looks friendly. At least I think it looks friendly. There's a lot of pumpkins growing all over the place. They've got... Ow, what? Oh, berry bushes. Being berries, they would have thorns. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so there are an absolute ton of berry bushes here. There's this blast furnace, which is linked to, like, this chimney system. I've never seen one of these villages before. Pretty interesting. There's... Do you put, like, water inside of there, and then... Oh, it doesn't fall down anyway. Well, I'm not sure how that works out, but... Is there anybody here? Where are all the villagers? Okay, maybe they're down there. Feeling a little bit nervous. Door's opening, alright. Okay, it's just a guy. I think he was locked in his door from the tree. Just trying to be really careful to not hurt him. Okay, he doesn't have a job. He lives here, and oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay, so I think this place is a death trap, right? I think these berry bushes are doing damage to and causing the demise of all of the villagers. I think that's what's going on, so I need to save them. But of course, before I save them, I need to see if they have anything worth stealing. Is he the only one left alive? This is a messed up town, dude. Wait, what? I've never seen a place like this before. Is there just iron armor on this thing? Can I take it off? I'm trying to interact with the, Okay, so apparently on armor stands you can just find straight up armor pieces, which is extraordinary. You know, now that I've already made the iron chest piece, I clearly don't, like, need another one, but that's awesome. Like, that would be such a good early game find, before you'd made your first one. Okay, so we got more of the village over in this direction, and we're just going to keep on seeing if anybody needs help, or if anybody has, like, too much stuff. So here's, like, a stone cutter thing with a nice sort of lean-to there, I guess, to make sure that debris doesn't catch up with people. What? This poor dude is just, like, sitting inside of a barrel. Oh! Diogenes? Diogenes of Sinope, is that you? I think this is Diogenes, and I'll tell you why. Diogenes of Sinope, called Diogenes the Cynic, is a famed philosopher of the ancient world, known principally for being awesome and saying cool stuff, talking a lot of trash, and living inside of a barrel or a wine urn, a large amphora of some kind. And I think that's what's going on here. I think that dude is there inside of the barrel because the game is doing a nod to the famed philosopher who insulted Alexander the Great one day, told him to get out of his sun famously, as Plutarch relates, and I don't care if it's true, I'm going to believe it. There's a lot of things to like in the story of Diogenes, and I have to assume that... Okay, never mind. He's not Diogenes, he was just stuck in a barrel, silly guy. Well, if he had stayed in there, then I would have... If I had lived long enough in this world, I would have come back and tried to give him a name tag and, you know, represented. But it looks like... I don't love the sound of that. A spider or a creeper? It's just a spider. And a spider I actually do love the sound of. Okay, there's a lot of spiders and then also skeletons down there. Do I want to take this fight? So if we take it in a smart way... Like right here, they would just have to come in at an awkward angle. But would the spider even choose to drop down? Yeah, I think they're trying to ambush me because they don't know that I'm onto them. But then I could just come right back over here. Couple of torches. Because at this point, of course, we have to worry about incursions from other sides in addition to on the inside. Yeah, that's exactly what we see. Dummy spider getting underneath the upper area there. But unfortunately, they are not the only ones around, and there are a lot of skeletons in there. I have 9 arrows, but I threw down my enchanted bow. This spider, however, is donating his strings to my purposes. He is not donating his strings. I sure wish he would have. Yeah, there's a lot of spiders going on there. It looks like there might be a villager in there as well, but you know, I can't save everyone. Hey, buddy. You want some cocoa beans? No, not cocoa beans. Silly me. Of course you wouldn't want cocoa beans. friend. Would you like some seeds? You know, you look kind of familiar. Let's travel together. Come, friend. You and I will have many adventures together. No, don't worry. Come inside, yes. And I promise you that come what may, I will never desert you. And I will always have your interests at heart. We'll always be pals, you and me. Come on, Garuda. Let's go to bed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Hardcore Minecraft. When we return, more of this world. I'm really loving it already. It's a great time, and thank all of you so much for sharing it with me.